सीए के अंदर टेक्निकल पोस्ट में 55% की वैकेंसी है। सर ये शॉर्टेज नहीं, ये क्राइसिस है। टेक्निकल पोस्ट का काम क्या होता है सर? एयर सेफ्टी इंस्पेक्शन, पैसेंजर सेफ्टी, पायलट लाइसेंसिंग, एयरक्राफ्ट मेंटेनेंस और एयर वर्दीनेस।
संसद का मानसून सत्र आज से शुरू हो चुका है। हालांकि इस सत्र का पहला दिन हंगामे के भेंट चढ़ते हुए नजर आ रहा है। वहीं राज्यसभा में पहले ही दिन अहमदाबाद विमान हादसे का मुद्दा गूंजा। आप सांसद राघव चड्ढा ने यात्रियों की सुरक्षा के लिए डीजीसीए को लेकर विमानन मंत्री से सवाल किए। सुनिए।
माननीय श्री राघव चड्ढा।
थैंक यू सो मच सर. Sir, India's civil aviation sector is booming, no doubt. But it appears that the regulator, the DGCA, which is the backbone of the sector, is cracking up under pressure. I say this because it is understaffed, it is underfunded, and it lacks autonomy. Sir, पार्लियामेंट्री स्टैंडिंग कमेटी की रिपोर्ट बताती है कि वर्ष 2024 में टेक्निकल पोस्ट में ओवरऑल वैकेंसीज की बात नहीं कर रहा, डीजीसीए के अंदर टेक्निकल पोस्ट में 55% की वैकेंसी है। टेक्निकल पोस्ट का काम क्या होता है सर? एयर सेफ्टी इंस्पेक्शन, पैसेंजर सेफ्टी, पायलट लाइसेंसिंग, एयरक्राफ्ट मेंटेनेंस और एयर वर्दीनेस। सर ये शॉर्टेज नहीं, ये क्राइसिस है। और मुझे लगता है सर देयर इज नो, थैंक यू सर, सवाल पे आ रहा हूं, दैट देयर इज नो मार्जिन ऑफ एरर इन द स्काईज। तो मेरा माननीय मंत्री जी से सर आपके माध्यम से सवाल है कि हम एक डीजीसीए को सेबी जो एक फाइनेंशियल मार्केट का इंडिपेंडेंट रेगुलेटर है और ट्राई जो टेलीकॉम सेक्टर का एक इंडिपेंडेंट रेगुलेटर है, ऐसा ही एक ऑटोनॉमस स्टैट्यूटरी बॉडी में क्यों नहीं तब्दील करते? और दूसरा टेक्निकल पोस्ट की वैकेंसी कब तक भरी जाएगी?
प्लीज, थैंक यू.
Sir, I have to place on record that the DGCA is not under any kind of pressure. It is operating with utmost seriousness, professionalism, and all the requirements that are there that actually strengthens it according to the International Civil Aviation Protocol. At this moment that you're seeing, I've already explained it in a couple of questions also, the situation is that the posts were just recently created. And like you said, when it comes to the technical posts, you need that right technical capabilities people only to be sitting in those posts. And when you look at that kind of experience, that kind of situation, then obviously the pool which is limited makes it much more difficult to engage these people. And these are people who are having to regulate the safety, which is of the prime most importance. The whole fundamental pillar for the growth of our civil aviation sector has been the safety and security of the people and the operations. So keeping that intact, the process itself has so much technical this thing that it gets little difficult, but we have been trying with the UPSC and other people also to engage the right people so that the timelines which takes for it to engage these people gets reduced. And honorable member has also talked about the budget. We have seen in the last 1 year also that 10% increase in the budget is there, and accordingly whenever required, definitely your suggestions have been noted, and whatever best can be done to assist DGCA to be more powerful and more engaging in terms of ensuring the safety, we will be doing it from our side.
Mania Priyanka ji.
Thank you so much, Honorable Chairman, sir. Sir, there comes a moment in time, when we keep our politics aside, and this particular air crash gave us that moment for even civil aviation to understand the challenges and the loopholes that exist. Sir, my question is very specific, which I've written to the Honorable Minister about, that he told us to be patient with the final report. We were absolutely patient with the interim report too. But why is it that the report was released to the Indian people at 2 a.m. in the morning and there was no briefing done with regards to the AAIB report? Sir, just 1 second, a question related to the same thing. Pilots have raised their concern that there is no aviation expert who is sitting on that AAIB panel. Why is that so? If Honorable Minister could address that, I'd be grateful.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Sir, I'll address the second part first, where it says that no aviation experts have been there. It is not true. There are two subject matter experts in terms of pilots who have been engaged within the investigation team. And likewise, other engineers and all from the industry also have been engaged. And the International Civil Aviation Organization observer also from the UN, where a lot of articles were there that he was rejected and all. So baseless articles have come up at the time, but everyone who was supposed to be in the investigation team, they have all been there. In fact, pilots have also been there. So that addresses the second part. And also regarding the report releasing, it was entirely up to the AIB. It was up to the AIB to finish the report and to release the report. And it's not that when they finished, then they uploaded it. It is according to their this thing. I don't think there was very specific reason of why it has been released in the night or in the morning. It was the report which was supposed to be released, and it was released at that time.
Dr. John Brittas.
Specific shortage of time. So after the Kozhikode air crash, the Aircraft Accident Investigation Bureau, AIB, has set up a flight data recorder and cockpit voice recorder lab, incurring a cost of 879 lakhs. Is it a fact that the investigation, even after that, the investigation is being conducted by AIB lab, or has the Indian government sought any assistance from a foreign country?
Thank you. Manya Mantri.
Sir, I have mentioned in the answer of the first question that this is the first time the FDR, the CVR has been decoded in the country. And how we have done it and why we are saying that we have done it is exactly because we have started the lab which could be able to do it here in India itself. And the money which was there has been put in to establish this lab.
It's now,
and because of the lab itself, we were able to do it in the country.
The House stands
in-house.
The House stands adjourned to meet at 2 p.m.
बता दें 12 जून अहमदाबाद प्लेन हादसे में 241 यात्रियों के साथ 260 लोगों की मौत हो गई थी। इस हादसे ने न सिर्फ भारत को ही बल्कि पूरी दुनिया को झकझोर कर रख दिया था, जिसके बाद बोइंग और विमान पर यात्रियों की सुरक्षा को लेकर कई तरह के सवाल उठने लगे। इस हादसे की प्रारंभिक रिपोर्ट भी सामने आ चुकी है, जिसमें इंजन में फ्यूल की सप्लाई बाधित बताई गई। रिपोर्ट में दावा किया गया था कि फ्यूल कट ऑफ हुआ था, जिसकी वजह से ये हादसा हुआ। फिलहाल अभी भी जांच जारी है और आगे क्या खुलासे होते हैं उस पर सबकी नजर है। हालांकि यात्रियों की सुरक्षा को लेकर के संसद में आज आपके सांसद राघव चड्ढा ने जो सवाल किए हैं वो जरूरी है। यात्रियों की सुरक्षा के मद्देनजर रखते हुए इस बात पे सवाल किया भी जाना चाहिए। फिलहाल इस खबर पर आपकी क्या राय है, कमेंट बॉक्स में हमें जरूर बताएं। आज के लिए बस इतना ही। देश दुनिया की तमाम खबरों के लिए जुड़े रहें हमारे साथ और देखते रहें punjabkesari.com। धन्यवाद।